my good.
How's it going this evening?
Oh my goodness. All is well. Yay. Okay, first of all, let me say greetings to my audience out there. You already got people giving you shout outs. Hold up.
Nice.
Sultan the Magnificent. Peace. Okay, this is the Tommy Cole Show. Peace, everybody. This is da 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 da. Brother Festo.
Yeah. Hey,
I don't, I usually tell people's government names when we start the
Tommy.
show. Pardon?
I was trying to see if Tajay was gonna get on another.
Oh, that would be
He's in the
dope.
same place, but I was trying to see if he was gonna get on another.
Another link.
Yeah,
Yeah, he should. People got
handheld
questions.
over here.
People are curious about y'all.
We're getting ready to come down there. We're excited next week.
Now, listen, audience, I was very appreciative that I actually got to meet these brothers when I went up to
Yeah, I think.
Oakland. I was doing a show with my husband, Volume 10. Shout out Volume 10.
Shout out
Abstract
Volume 10.
Rude, Micah 9, Neb Love. Shout out Micah 9, Abstract Rude, Neb Love. We were doing a show right outside of Oakland. Shout out Dashel. And y'all were performing. And
Where
that
was
was
this
like,
at?
y'all were performing. That was like probably like 3 years ago. And it
Was it
was
downtown?
yeah, Oakland,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, at the B Boy Summit. Yeah.
I guess. Anyways,
I'm looking
hi.
it up.
You are just the coolest cat. I have never officially had a conversation with you guys, and I appreciate you coming on this show. Peace, good brother. I've seen you around. We know some of the same people, Tajay, but I've never like officially had a like conversation with you. So, except for in passing. Peace and blessings.
Hold on, let me.
I must say, I've always heard great things about you, though, and you've always given off the most and amazingest, best energy. That's all of y'all, and that's a beautiful thing because there's a lot of propaganda disrespecting black men. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's important to highlight the best and most beautiful energy in those that we are aware of. Wouldn't you agree, audience? All right. Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you loud and
Oh,
clear.
okay. Well, peace, good
Can you
brother.
see
Wait.
us?
I can see you.
I feel like I'm
Yes.
going in and out of the frame.
It's like you guys are frozen in time. It's as if you still came out of 93. It's not been 30 years. That's crazy. 30
Thank you.
years?
That's a huge compliment. Thank you.
You guys are awesome. Let me just start reading some stuff. People had questions. Even my aunt
Yeah.
Kelsey had a question for you. I was like, "Oh my God, Kelsey, I can't." But I'm going to read it. She's 74 and she's like she loves y'all. Hold up. She told me to, oh, because I have students. I don't know if y'all know I'm a teacher and all that good stuff. And I love playing music from the 90s. So they'll know real music. You know what I'm saying? And you guys stand out, all jokes aside, you guys stand out because, of course, people who know about music know that Oakland slash San Francisco is one of the most musical cities in the world, historically speaking. So it's not by chance that you guys would be so amazingly melodic when you rhyme. That's what makes you guys stand out so much to me because just y'all jazzy flow. You know what I mean? So my aunt Kelsey asked me to ask, what got you into rapping? You know, were y'all into jazz or
Uh,
what's your thing? Were you in the
you know,
church?
as kids, I think just hip hop was just all encompassing. Graffiti, b-boying, DJing, everything. It was a whole the movement in general, the entire culture, and rapping is, I think, the one thing that you can do for free. You don't breakdancing, even you had to carry around linoleum, or you had to actually have skills and practice, and you could hurt yourself, all that kind of stuff. Rapping is something, you carry it around in your head. You could use it, you could take it. It was portable. DJing, you needed equipment. Graffiti, you needed to be able to climb walls and spray paint and do all these types of things. And we were young, very young, when these things were really starting to come to fruition. So I think that rapping just is something that we gravitated to. But I think we all come from families where music was a big part of our upbringing. And so, my dad used to play guitar and harmonica, all that kind of stuff. We went to church, of course, and all that. And then, there was jazz played in the house, along with a lot of funk and, especially the mothership and all that kind of stuff. So I think for me and my mind, it was just more like, this is what my generation did. we rapped. It was something that we could
Yeah.
claim as our own and do on our own.
Okay. So wait, Tajay, did you play an instrument? You said your
Yeah, I
dad.
played saxophone. I played
Oh,
saxophone.
okay.
Yeah, alto.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Festo, did you know, most middle school kids at some point or another played an instrument. Mine was trumpet. What did you play?
I did not play an instrument other than my voice. I sang in the church,
What? Okay.
but that was when we went to church, and that wasn't that frequently. So I
Okay.
wasn't. No, I'm not a. I caught on. I got the instrument bug later in life, so actually started learning and went to school for music like in my 30s actually. So
That's dope. No,
um,
that's not.
now I play
Listen,
instruments, but not back
that's
then.
amazing. Listen, I just bought my son and myself a trumpet. I bought us both a trumpet last year because I said, son, and then I'm getting my other son a guitar. And at my school, the school I teach, it's actually a rock and roll high school. It's like, what am I trying to say? Like it's a rock band high school. I don't know how to explain that, but you can literally sign up and learn how to be in a band. You can do vocal, keys, guitar, drum. It's really freaking dope. So I don't know where I was going with that.
They have some
Oh, instrument.
institutions like that out here
Yeah, instruments.
in the
I
Bay.
think it's always important to know how to play an instrument. Yeah, that was the point. Yeah. So yeah, you're never too old was my other point because I just said I'm relearning how to play the trumpet. So I think that's really important. It keeps your brain stimulated. It helps trigger certain nerve endings. You know what I'm saying? We're getting older. You need to play the guitar. Plus, it keeps the frequencies of the room. Y'all know. I know y'all know the sound frequencies, audience. If you ever have a negative energy or feel some type of way, if you clack two spoons or play a guitar string, you can change the vibrations. That's physics, y'all. You can change the frequency of a room. I do that in class. I have a bell on my desk. This is a tradition, by the way. Come on in, son. Come on in. He does this every single time. And then he doesn't come in. But anyway, he's 11. But anyway, he likes to peek in on me. But yeah,
Yeah,
so yeah,
music is good for children. If you have, like they say, like singing to your children, playing music, um, it does stimulate the brain and do all kind of neurological things that we're not quite fully aware of. But yeah, I think it's a good thing for children. Listen to music, play music, write music, whatever it is.
now I don't super dig into y'all personal, but I must ask, are any of your children like next generation MCs or musicians? Or yeah, MCs in the house?
We have a few, man. My daughter, her name is Siri. She's got records out. She's
What?
an MC, but she sings as well. A Plus's son, Adeus. Man, he sings and composes.
That's
Uh,
awesome.
Pep Love's daughter, Naya. She's a talented singer.
That's
So
dope.
we I think when you raise your kids and they're in the studio all the time, late nights, and
Yeah.
traveling with you and seeing you do what you do, they get bit
It's
by the bug. Now, I would, of course, we was talking about this earlier, not suggest a musician lifestyle to any young
right.
person. but
Man,
but
right?
but yeah, we do have some youngsters in our crew. I mean, that our kids, so sort of next generation. In fact, we're thinking about maybe even putting out a compilation or something like that, because
Yeah.
they do have some good music, and it's not the style that we make. It's a whole different style. So I think that's important
I
to
think that would be
show the continuity.
yes, that would be a very great contribution to the musical landscape. I think having the next generation of souls and mischief children, heck yeah.
That would
And
be,
so y'all grew them up as community. Yes.
yeah. I mean, my daughter is overseas right now. She just had a show down in Panama, and A Plus is mixing his son's album right now, so it's coming.
Wow. That's
It's coming.
I just had that wonderful conversation with Razkaz about maybe a week or so ago. Because his sons are Coast
Oh
Contra.
yeah. Oh yeah. No,
They're
they're
freaking
super talented.
I'm
There was a
so
lot of
impressed.
MCing going on in that household, I see.
Yes, I was so impressed. I'm so impressed with them. So I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that. And okay, so I see that y'all never stopped doing music. Are you so you're
No.
independent, period.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
incredible.
Yes.
That's really incredible. So you guys, of course, you did have a major deal back in the 90s, right?
Yes. We were
So how
signed
are you how you
Jive.
always hear these crazy conspiracy theories on YouTube. How did y'all get out of y'all's, or was it just a time thing?
Um,
How did you get off the plantation?
how did we get out of the funny way to put it, but yeah, I mean, we didn't see eye to eye with the label. Like, it's pretty much the same story with different characters, right? Like
Isn't that
we didn't
sad?
see that we our second album, we fell out of favor. We didn't see eye to eye necessarily on the first one, but we made it work. And by the time the second one came around, the relationship had dissolved, and it was time for us to go our separate way. But it ended up being a blessing because from what we learned not to do, being with on a major label, we learned how to do it the right way with an independent label. So some one door closes, another door opens, and at that time the internet happened to be this new thing that was, you know, coming about. And so the timing of everything just like was perfect for us.
Yes. I want to say again, shout out to my audience. We're getting some audience more now. We seem to have a very large audience popping off in Germany, in Egypt, Canada, India, Russia, definitely in the US. So I like to give them a shout out. Have y'all been to those places? Yeah.
Most of them, yeah. I mean, I think he might be you been to Egypt. We haven't the group hasn't been, but yeah. Or India, yeah. That's like everywhere else we've been, and I think might be going on this tour.
Yes.
Got a lot
That
of
was
lot
my
of dates
next
on
question.
this tour, so hopefully we end up in those spots, and hopefully they get to see us on our 30-year run.
I'm so proud and excited for you. Hey, actually, that goes to my next question. So I got this. This is correct. 120, correct?
Some around there. I mean, they keep on coming in. We got a new show today that came in. So we
Incredible.
got about 90, what, 7 booked right now, and then probably another 30. So hopefully we'll keep it to 120, 123. So it'll be like the 93 shows and then the 30 more for the 30th anniversary. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I have several things to say about that. That's incredible. Okay. Now, I assume because listen, this is outstanding stuff we're doing now. This is historical, y'all. Those of y'all who don't know, this is the 50th anniversary of hip hop, period.
Yeah.
So the fact that the family's going out there, please support, okay, wherever you are. Go to their concerts. But we are a little older, you know. Y'all look amazing. I look amazing as well. But you're going on a tour. So I'm wondering what your regimen is. Are you guys like smoothieing up? What you doing? Salads? Y'all not cheeseburgering 4 in the morning, are you? What you come on with? How do you
It-
keep your stamina up? You have a lot of people. Y'all are like groundbreaking right now. Like you representing for the OGs out here that also will want to go on tour. How you doing it?
yeah, I'd say what,
Health wise.
yoga, smoothies, salads,
That's your
not eating
life
too heavy,
anyway.
um, not really drinking and smoking too much. It's already, the clubs is already smoky and all that, but really just kind of refraining and calming down from how we probably operated, even 10 years ago. So yeah, eating right, getting the proper rest, and stretching, ear protection. Ear protection is important. You don't want to
I
be out
hadn't
there
thought of
not
that
getting the
one.
audible because you can't hear.
That's a good point. I hadn't thought of that one. Wait. I gotta say,
Jump
Tajay,
rope.
that's your wait, Festo. Tajay, that's your lifestyle, anyways, isn't it? You're pretty much healthy guy, anyways. Very impressive. I remember watching interviews of you guys, and the one brother with the dreadlock, I forget his name. That is so terrible. Don't tell him I forgot his name, Lord. I don't even want to. I'm not gonna embarrass myself, but yeah, I always learn that about you guys. That's why you look so good, Festo. Look at that. Not
I
Nan
don't
wrinkle.
know.
Not Nan.
Stretches and
Look at
more.
that. Not Nan wrinkle.
I don't know.
Not Nan.
He been looking the
Look,
same
I've
his
lady.
had
whole
my
life.
I've had my fair share of things that shouldn't be put in the human body, but
I mean, it is San Francisco / Oakland.
I
Come on.
mean, we've tried, but right
I
now
know.
it's all about water, sleep, jump rope, stretching, and meditation. That's what you got to
Jump
do,
rope.
and then yeah, eating right. Please eat right.
That is that out there like on some jinxing, got cleanse and purify all matters. I'm just saying that is something that I've been like I've gained a little bit of weight and I've been going to work out. I signed up my son and I to go and I was talking to my husband. I bought him a treadmill, dug on it, because I was like, when you want to go, bust your rhymes, you can't be like pistol grip, huh? You gotta be like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get that heart pumping. So I'm saying that to all the MCs, including myself. Yeah, you got to get that heart healthy in our age, especially when we want to go traveling, which we absolutely should. Are there any particular places you're especially looking forward to?
Uh, that's tough. I mean, it's been like 4 years since we went on a tour,
Hmm.
so it's like everywhere, just
Yeah,
everywhere because like we haven't been out. So,
I got you.
um,
So,
you
do you
know,
have
we
friends like friends in all these different places?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
incredible.
yeah.
That's
Most of the
really
places where there's somebody that like I have friends that I grew up with out here, but they live in Europe now, and so they cool,
yes.
both of us, we family all over too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we'll be
That's
able to see some people who we don't get to see, every so often. So that's the fun part about it. All these little mini reunions that'll happen over the course of this year.
that is a beautiful life. I know that you stop and give thanks, correct? Because that's
Most definitely.
beautiful. I
Yeah.
would like to live that life. Well, I would like my children to be a little older, but I can't wait to just travel like that. That's really awesome. Let me see if I got some other stuff to ask. Hold up. Okay, I think y'all kind of pretty much answered. Oh, I had a question. This is just a fan question. I ain't gonna lie. I've been curious. Where did y'all film 93 to Infinity at? It was so
Ooh,
gorgeous.
I
It
know
was
we.
very unique at the time. Listen, audience, they filmed it basically in nature. And that just wasn't happening back in 93. That was Endo Smoke, the chronic year. Okay, Pistol Grip Pump year. A lot of amazing music came out in 93. That was a very powerful year in hip hop, especially West Coast rap, period. Yeah, where y'all. If you don't know, that's okay.
No, we filmed at Ocean Beach in San Francisco. We filmed at Hyde Street Studios in San Francisco, Yosemite National Park, and also Pinnacles National Monument. What? That's it, huh? Really? And then just East Oakland on MacArthur in the '80s, probably what 80? No, about 75th and Mac when the dude did the little burnout. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. You remembered every thank
yeah,
you.
North Beach. Yeah.
Thank you. And can I ask this another question? You know that dance you do in the video like this? That's you, right? I'm talking to
That's
Festo.
probably That's probably
I'm
Festo
talking to
D. I don't
Festo.
know,
You know that little dance right there? You know that little move? You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, oh my God. Faint. Okay. So that became the dance at Chico State and Cal State Long Beach. And this boy I dated that went to Chico State, he used to do that. He thought he was so cool doing that little stuff. It was so funny. But anyways, so here I am talking to the man who actually was doing that. Okay. All right. So I'm fanning out. And you would too. But anyways, let me get another question popping. Okay. Okay, I gotta ask y'all this. This might be silly to y'all, but it's just like a tradition I do on this podcast. Where your people from? Where your people from? Y'all from Oakland, so usually Louisiana, Arkansas, something like that.
Louisiana, yeah, Louisiana. I got Louisiana, Arkansas, and Oklahoma. So
So you just a native
both my
Indian,
grandfathers,
indigenous.
yeah, both my grandfathers ended up in Chicago and then made their way to Oakland.
I'm from
Uh,
Chicago too.
yeah,
That's
they
dope.
were from Oklahoma. Went to one my father's dad was from Tulsa. He left like right before the bombings, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, right before the bombings happened, and moved to Chicago, then moved to L.A., then moved to the Bay. So
Yeah.
yeah, but basically Louisiana. My mom's side is all from a place called Lake Charles, Louisiana. Shout out
I've
Lake
been to
Charles,
Lake
Louisiana.
Charles. Oh yeah, I lived in Shreveport. For 6 years. That's all. Yeah, I knew you looked indigenous. Yes. This is an Indian man right there. Straight up. Mm-hmm. I
uh,
knew it.
I see what Opio's family. What his family's from Virginia and Iowa. A plus is first generation America. His family's from Jamaica.
Mm.
And then my family, my mom's dad is from Slaughter Neck, Delaware. Her
What?
mom is from Japan. And then my dad's
Oh,
parents, his mom is from Pittsburgh, and then I think it's North Dakota before that, and his dad is from Alabama.
wow. So you're indigenous blends as well.
Hey,
Yeah,
indigenous West African. I don't,
I
hey,
mean, I was you look straight up like the Northside people. I was just showing my students the other day what they're Northside, you know that language. And you look like that family too down in South Africa, straight up. Soweto. Anyway, we world people. Because I was showing the students where in theory they say where everybody comes from, walking from different parts of Africa or boats, and Japanese and Chinese, and how the South Africans and the Chinese look. It was a long story conversation. Anyways, back to y'all. So y'all are leaving on the 26th.
First show, yeah.
That is next Saturday.
Sunday.
Sunday. Wow. Where's the first city?
LA.
LA.
Woo
LA.
woo.
California.
Y'all heard that? LA in the house. Okay, look, audience, ask questions. Type in the chat. This is interactive. I see people are giving y'all shouts outs and stuff. But if you have any questions, come ask the guys. Ask them. Ask them. So, do you have any particular hits you guys are gonna? Or are you just gonna do? I mean, like, of course you're gonna do 93 till infinity, right?
Yeah, of course.
You're gonna do that 90 plus times.
Of
Not the
course.
7 digits. I call them Bridget. You're gonna
Yeah,
okay.
we
Then
wouldn't be able to leave alive.
and so to be clear, everybody who's going is OPO A plus. Y'all.
Yeah. Us, and then we got on the wheels of steel, we got DJ Breakbeat Lou,
What?
and also the
Shout out.
architect on the threes and the fours.
Shout
So
out. Shout out.
yeah, we're bringing along the six of us we've been touring the last 3 tours. So
Wow, that's pretty awesome. That's awesome. So there's no questions out there. Are you sure? Come on, guys. Think of some questions. This is fantastic. This is historical. Have you guys been on mini podcasts? Oh, you guys had a podcast, right? Called Hyrocast or something, right?
I think Casual does streaming and podcasting a lot. I
Okay,
mean,
that's
it'll be
casual.
interesting.
Shout out casual.
But it's crazy. The pandemic kind of had us all split up in different places, quarantining and all that. But maybe that's something we could address when